Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
Don't eat the bananas!
Greetings and welcome to That Works, a DreamWorks podcast starring a happily employed photographer barely getting by with DoorDash and eating a banana.
Good banana.
A disgruntled ex-journalist now writing Scott Pilgrim fan fiction who doesn't have a banana. And a spineless, asthmatic 27-year-old curmudgeon sweeping movie theaters living who also does not have a banana. You done?
I'm sorry. It was good.
Today's episode, number 39 in the catalog. Day 39!
Woohoo!
What?
39 out of what? 40?
41 right now.
Yeah.
And it's the second COVID release for DreamWorks, which came out in November of 2020. The Croods, A New Age, the sequel to the 2013 movie The Croods.
Which, again, is better than it should have been. Like,
I remember when this came out, not expecting much, and it came out just like a month or two before it was probably about a month before we started talking about doing this series. It was the most current movie when we started this, which since then 2 more have come out in 2021, and it's good.
I know.
I was not expecting to like it this much. It's very hard to weigh it against the first one because they're very different while being the same type of thing. Because the first one is a road movie, and this one is it's one location mostly. Mm-hmm. But they do so much in the location that I think once you know what's going on, that's when you start to realize, okay, I see what's happening. They're playing off of characters more than the settings. Because the other one, it's about setting and characters. This one, we actually have room for that.
Yeah.
Like, not a huge box office hit, but I mean, COVID.
It's COVID. You can't really bring that
So
into.
it's just one of those movies that year that really got affected. The movies are still affected, not like they were, but this was still in the thick of when like nothing was coming out.
Yeah, really quick, I want to mention when you said like it was about the.
Don't point your fruit at me.
I thought he was going to talk about his banana there.
I'm not talking about my banana.
Why are you pointing your banana at Jared?
Listen here, Sonny. Like, why are you pointing at? Don't point that at me.
I just feel like waving my banana make my point feel better.
It makes your point feel. Ew.
That's not what I meant. Don't take that the wrong way.
We're canceled. Goodbye,
All
everybody.
I'm trying to say is you reminded me of like 9th grade English, like back when we did like the villain squares, like or like the not villain squares, but like the different what's the word when there's like an issue in a movie? There's like
that's called conflict.
Conflict. Thank you. Like conflict squares.
That banana's really going to his head.
It's like when there's an issue in a movie. Conflict.
Thank you. Words can be hard sometimes.
Most movies have.
I know, but can you let me finish my statement?
If you can remember the terms, like conflict.
It reminds me, did you ever do that square where it was like man versus man, man versus environment, man versus self, those things?
No, I just learned the definition of conflict.
Well, we actually went through and did like, okay. I do not appreciate your tone.
I don't appreciate you shoving a banana in my face.
If the next word... Go and smash your banana.
I give up.
Man.
All I was trying to say is
Dickey,
this made me feel like they were moving from man versus environment to man versus man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only point
is
I'm
that
trying
the
to
conflict?
That's the...
No,
it's a shame the next words out of your mouth weren't man versus banana.
But wait, conflict. Is that an objective or subjective part of the movie? Okay. Grug. Let's bring it back.
Grug.
I'm just gonna eat my banana.
That means he's not talking good. So, without further ado, The Croods, A New Age. Eat your banana.
I like how that was like slightly behind you. Like he didn't really know what the title was.
No, I will.
It's right there in front of you. I made a binder for you.
at the same time to throw him off, and it kind of worked.
More of you, me yell at you, and go like.
No, that's just the sound of him eating his banana.
We return to our favorite cave family as they continue to navigate a wild world.
And eat bananas.
This time, though, our
applicable.
characters come across a secluded paradise where more advanced humans, known as the Bettermans, are shielding their daughter from the world. Hijinks ensue for each Crood family member as they adapt to this new age.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Hey!
Nice play on words.
Not really a play on words necessarily. I just quoted the title.
You're playing on the title. It's
Okay, we're not going to talk about these things because you just brought up villain box.
Listen, there's a term for it, and I don't remember, but I remember like 9th or 10th grade English, like we're talking about the different conflicts that you can have in your stories. And it all comes down to man versus environment, man versus self.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You agreed with me though. That's all I needed.
How dare you agree with him? That
Croods. I don't think any of us had seen this before the challenge because it was relatively new when we started the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we didn't watch it till much later in 2021, because this came out Thanksgiving of 2020. But I assume we all enjoyed it.
No, I actually, yeah. Like, I legitimately did not. I mean, so after the first movie surprised me, like, I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm still going to like the sequel, but no, somehow, it's good.
He said no a lot in that sentence for him to like it. No,
have you ever, like, not said that? Like, not
ever said no?
I think you're trying to use a double negative, but I'm just not sure.
That's how Eminem talks.
What?
Hey, what's the line that he says in that fake Weird Al interview? I don't owe nobody in my family nothing. Wow, that's a triple negative. Does that mean you owe somebody in your family something?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember.
I don't know why. In my family.
I'm kind of babbling at the moment, but I did enjoy this.
That's
movie.
what you usually do.
I'm telling you, the banana went to his head.
The banana did go to my head. Like,
that's why you don't eat the bananas.
I like bananas, though. They're creamy and they're like just...
I mean, that did not need to be said.
No, I realized after I said that.
That's that line. You just...
They have potassium, K?
No, yeah. They're
K. Let me tell you, science is not good for me for anything except that one stupid joke.
Okay. I did it too.
I know. I'm used to you just tagging on the end of my jokes by repeating what I just said. Don't put that on the floor. We're gonna fall. For you audio listeners, he put his banana peel on the floor.
I'm crippled, and he's gonna make some. He's laying a trap.
I'm putting
it's
it
like
next to
freaking
me.
Mario Kart
so
up
if
in here,
anybody's
man.
gonna fall, it's gonna be me.
He's got a point. I kind of like that outcome.
Yeah.
Him falling.
Yeah, Jared already tackled me
and landed on you.
Yeah. You made sure to.
Jared reenacted the best part from Night at the Museum.
See? Words are hard, aren't they, Jake?
I mean, no. I'm just stupid.
You know what wasn't hard? You. It was like jumping on an air mattress.
Buddy, you gotta...
I know what I said.
God help me.
Let the record play before it comes out the speaker.
Working this one
landed on it, and it was like... It kind of was like a beanbag, except you don't bounce back off of beanbags.
Were you bouncing on... no, I'm not going to finish that. I'm not finishing that line!
I know what I said, by the way. The second I said, I shouldn't have said it like that.
Was it a bit like a waterbed?
Yeah, it was exactly like a waterbed. It kind of was like two waterbeds just... it wouldn't be that. It'd be...
Make like a tsunami.
Like two tsunamis hitting?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a crash, though. This is more about... It's like a slinky going down the stairs.
Doing, 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 doing.
It does not go doing. It's.
I feel like it goes doing, doing.
In that you just can't stop it.
Yeah.
Croods.
That is a crude.
Rated PG.
Yeah, this is not a G.
Thanks.
Yeah. I figured I'd make sure to let you know.
Don't forget our favorite family: Grug, Eep, Guy, Ugga, Thunk, and then the little one that I don't remember her name, and then Granny, according to Dickey back in the last Croods episode.
Granny.
I wrote that down then, and I still got it there. Rest in peace, Cloris Leachman. This was one of her last movies.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that.
So she was great as Granny.
Granny. With that fine fan.
You mentioned your thoughts a little bit, Jake. You are a big fan of I think you're the biggest fan of the first one of the three of us. Now, what did you think about its sequel?
I don't think I liked it as much, but it's still very good. I mean, I really like that first one. Really surprised me, and this one was good, but was just more like I expected it almost.
Would you be fair to say it's because of expectations then? Because you went into the first one with lower expectations?
I would say so. Again, it's not a fault of the movie. Again, it's my own expectations. I like the first one better. I am glad. I was very afraid for a while at the beginning of the second one that they were going to go meet Guy's parents.
Yeah, and
I was like, no, don't do that. No, that's lazy. Don't. Okay, good.
Yeah,
and it makes a lot of sense. It works really well as a dynamic to be. They know him and they knew his parents.
But
think it doesn't
that
replace his parents. But there's this whole like he's stuck between both because this is what he used to be, and then this is what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan Reynolds' character, Guy, that's his name.
He's quite a guy.
He's been a guy in 3 movies.
Oh my god!
Free guy.
That's
and
right.
And a Pikachu in one of them.
He's good at being a guy. Ryan Reynolds, what a guy. Wow, that joke killed.
Ryan Reynolds.
The only problem with your
Pikachu.
The only problem with your joke was it wasn't funny.
I thought it was pretty good in my head.
Then why didn't you laugh?
Again, let the record play before the speaker comes.
They just spin at the same time, but
how are you supposed to hear it without the speaker?
Yeah. The voice inside my brain.
I don't know. You're the one saying stupid stuff. He's the one. Everybody's used to him saying stupid stuff. Like, what are you even saying?
There's not much not stupid stuff that comes out of my mouth.
I mean, yeah.
We got 74 minutes of that in the Boss Baby episode.
Wait, is that objective or subjective?
74 minutes? Gee, let me check. Yes! It's actually 75, I think, on YouTube.
I have no idea. All I know is
I'm not fighting. I'm just
by the end of editing that, I was just tired.
That was very tiring.
Croods, new age.
Can we talk about the punch monkeys?
The punch monkeys.
The scene that we didn't get to reenact for the cold open.
Listen, I wanted you not punch me in the face.
Why? That's how we communicate.
Was that better than having Jared pile drive you on the floor?
To waterbeds.
In hindsight, no. Actually, I think I'd rather have a waterbed flung against me.
You did.
No, I'd rather have that than what am I going to call your fist? A ham.
This is a ham.
That's a pretty small ham.
If you go to the gas station and you buy like the bite-sized Twinkies and tape them together, that's my fist.
There you go.
Look at the padding on that.
Yeah.
You want to try it out? How?
That was like the perfect knuckle crack.
That was not. Yeah, I'll be okay.
I'll be fine. Yes, punch monkeys. That was fun.
I
was not expecting to go there because when they say like don't eat the bananas and you go, oh, okay. And then they eat all the bananas.
All the bananas.
And then when you realize like, oh, it's the punch monkeys. Okay. And then the punch monkeys explain like, no, there's a reason why we have to get all the bananas. And I go, that's actually really, really good.
Like it was so much unexpected. Like I don't know why. It just came out completely out of left field, and I was just like, all right, let's go with it.
And I like the Bettermans. All 3 of them are great.
Yeah.
Because you got Leslie Mann is Hope Betterman, the mother, and she's fun and has some great moments, especially when she finds out about the man cave.
Oh my
man
god!
Cave. What's it for? What's for? When I just need to get away. Get away from what?
It's like, oh boy.
Then Phil is great. Peter Dinklage is perfect.
My god, it was like, wait, what were they like? What was that triangle thing they were doing? If I remember correct, what was the?
It's been a while. I just watched a few seasons.
It was like in the man cave, wasn't it? Like they went and like there was like a triangle. And they all went like weird up in their heads, like hypnosis kind of thing. Like that was a weird
something
scene.
Like that. Yeah, and then Kelly Marie Tran as Dawn. She was great too. When she and Eep come back and she's like allergic or bitten or whatever it was, and she's like, that dinner scene. I wrote that down because that is probably the best scene of the entire movie because there's like 5 story threads that all intersect in that because like they ate the bananas and Dawn left the went over the wall with Eep and then there's the whole thing between Eep and Guy that's going on and then the thing between Guy and the Croods themselves because he doesn't like the sleep pile because now they all have separate rooms and then the man cave like it's just everyone bouncing off each other and Thunk just sitting there eating the floral arrangement.
Yeah, he didn't really have much.
Granny's hair ends up being a creature.
Oh, that was the best
and
part.
chases the youngest daughter. Like,
yes, that was
there's
the best
so
part.
much happening, but it's so funny. That's the thing. The characters bounce off each other a lot better in this, and they already were good in the first one. I do think like some of the like Thunk and Uga didn't get as much time to do anything in the first one because it is mainly Grug, Eep, and Guy, but this one everyone gets a good amount of screen time.
Yeah, and I really liked what they did with Eep and Dawn. Like I really like the fact that she was like trying to show her like outside of the place, just getting her used to like the other things. Like it seemed like she was continuing her character from where they left off really well.
And she finally has a friend who's the same age as her.
That's a big deal when you can
girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
That's like okay, that's fun because all she's ever known is her family and Guy.
Right.
You're gonna say?
Oh, it seems like they worked really, really hard to distinguish it from its predecessor. Like, in a way that is very, very different than your How to Train Your Dragons that all feel very much like they could be the same movie. This is very, very different, and I appreciate that about it.
They're good at sequels,
especially the amount of color that was added.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. It was beautiful. Like
even if you look at the posters, like I think the first poster was just brown and gray,
which makes sense.
Yeah,
and then this one makes perfect sense too. They find this paradise, and their treehouse was really cool.
Oh my god, I wanted a treehouse like that after they were like showing the nooks and crannies. Like
either of you ever seen the '60s Disney version live action Swiss Family Robinson?
Oh,
not in so many years that I can't really remember it.
Because I watched it a ton as a kid, and I remember thinking that treehouse was so cool, and it was at one of the Disney parks. I think it was Disney World.
It was because that was my favorite thing to do when I went to Disney World.
Yeah, see, you got to do it. I didn't. I was so mad because by the time I got there, it had been gone a long time. So I went when I was like 18.
I remember because I don't remember this because I was so young, but my parents told me like they brought me to Disney World a lot, and we went. And my favorite thing was that Swiss Family Robinson treehouse, and just
so cool.
climbing all around and like
Did they have the organ from the ship in there?
Like I said, I barely
That's
remember because
the only thing I can think
ago.
of that would be like distinguishable other than this is a treehouse for a family stranded on
I feel like there would.
island.
I feel like there would be of that.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah,
I loved that as a kid. There was an animated one from it's a German movie
called Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
No, that's not even close. No, I'm talking about like some. What are you trying to do to me?
I don't know.
It's not even close to the same story.
Yes, it is. Kind of.
No, Swiss Family Robinson gets stranded on an island, and it's a survival movie. Treasure Planet is him going.
Oh wait,
more like Treasure Island.
Swiss Family
not
Robinson,
Treasure Island.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, Swiss Family Robinson.
I mean, they both got like the same vibe. It's kind of easy to.
It's the same era for the source material. Yes.
Both of those are on Disney Plus, right? I think
Treasure Planet should be. I think Swiss Family Robinson is.
Yeah. I know they have a lot of the old school Disney on there.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it, and it's Swiss Family Robinson is one of those. You ever watch movies when you're a kid and you watch it so many times you remember the core group of actors, so no matter what else you watch them in, that's always what you think.
That.
Because like John Mills is the father in that, and he's like one of the legendary British actors of last century. But whenever I see him, I think of, hey, Swiss Family Robinson.
I mean, that's me for like, I was gonna say British wise, that's me for like Doctor Who. Like whenever I see David Tennant in something, like the first big thing I saw him in was that. So every time I'm like, oh my God, I love him. Doctor.
You're going to say?
My only memories of that is that type of movie my parents would have recorded off a television at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And so what I really, truly remember is what the label on the tape looks like to remember what tape it's on, because we never relabeled when we recorded over.
Oh boy! So you just kind of had to guess.
Yep,
you're talking Swiss Family Robinson.
I remember what the label was in, and then I remember exactly where the static is in the story, from where they had to start and stop or re-record or whatever they had to do.
You're talking Swiss Family Robinson, right?
Yeah, Swiss Family Robinson, Peter Pan with Julie Andrews, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh man, those were the days recording stuff off of VCR.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that junk.
Heroes into Half Shell.
Turtle Power.
Croods!
See, that I can apparently remember, but the difference between Treasure Island and Swiss Family Robinson, apparently not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I know we've been talking. We've talked about the Croods a decent amount. Just we went off on that tangent because that's what that treehouse reminds me of. Because that is cool, and I love when movies have it where you don't have modern technology, but you do similar things with it to make it. Like, it's basically labor-saving stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, no, like it's just like, I don't know. I'm almost like a gadgety, like techie kind of, like I like that kind of stuff. So seeing when they make those like really cool things out of like wood, yeah, that's cool.
So, compared to the first one for you, because Jake, you had said you prefer the first one.
I think so.
What about you? I know you had mentioned it before. I can't remember what. If you had to put them next to each other, I'd put the first one before, but barely.
That's what I'm trying to rack my brain around. I actually think I'd put the second one first.
Okay, they're close.
They're really close because like
it does seem more like a movie that you would enjoy more.
Yeah, like
just because it's more off the wall. It's more about being funny than about hard hitting story.
Yeah. Like it's just like I feel like kind of like what you were saying before, like with like it's so different from the first movie, just in its like. Just natural, just design of how like everything is working in it, and that's what I just loved. I love that it was so different compared to like other DreamWorks stuff, like where they kind of keep it.
It also vastly expands the backstory of a character that you know, which is a thing that you love, is lore.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of lore in the first movie.
That's legit what it was. Like just learning more about where a guy came from and like how he grew up. And I also liked it was a fun little like love triangle between Eep, Guy, and Dawn. Like yeah, I kind of like that little cute little love triangle going on there. Thought they did that pretty well.
I was gonna say we also got Jack Black singing some of the songs on the soundtrack. He sings the Partridge. They play the Partridge Family song "I Think I Love You." That one, during the movie, and then you know how they have two sets of end credits? It's the real end credits, but before it are like the title card ones.
Yeah.
And that's Jack Black covering I Think I Love You. I think I love you! Like that.
I did not know that was Jack Black.
He might sing a song during the end credits too. I can't remember. I think he does. How do you say the band's name? Is it Hayam? The Three Sisters.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about. You don't know Hayam. It's the three. One of them's in Licorice Pizza. Well, they're all in Licorice Pizza.
I never actually seen Licorice Pizza yet.
But the point being, that's their last name, and I think they do the song of Jack Black on the soundtrack. That's all I'm talking about. I'm just saying we got to have Jack Black singing that. I was like, I remember ushering for it. I was like, that sounds like Jack Black. And then, the credits are rolling. Oh, it is Jack Black.
Huh.
Okay.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of voices, outside of the Bettermans, like, the Croods are still perfectly cast.
I know. There's nothing there's nothing anybody can say that will stop me from absolutely loving Nicolas Cage. Like, he is the...
There's nothing to not love him in.
Right?
He don't owe nobody in his family nothing.
He don't owe them nothing.
Which, I mean, that's a pretty prestigious film family that he's a part of. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he does kind of owe them.
I mean, yeah, but no, he's just, oh my god, he's so perfect in this.
You know what family we're talking about?
Is it the Coppolas?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's part of that whole big family.
Makes sense there, but
he's carved out his own section of film history.
He's
really
almost carved out his own genre.
I would argue that. I would legit say that there are Nicolas Cage movies. Like, it's just...
And then we can just ignore ones like Ghost Rider that aren't really all the way there.
Yeah, Ghost Rider
Unless you're talking about Ghost Rider 2, that's definitely all Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, the first one was like Diet Nicolas Cage. And I need like a full slam of Nicolas Cage in my face. I don't want just a little trickle.
Do you have a favorite Nick Cage movie or performance?
What are you doing?
Who, me or him?
Him!
What are you doing? Swallow?
Don't
swallow.
Spit. Don't spit.
No. Okay.
You're making this really hard. Okay.
You don't even have the banana in your hand. What's going on?
Okay, while you were covered, Jake, do you have a favorite Nick Cage movie or performance, or did you already say it?
There's
a lot of them.
Oh. What's the name of the one where he thinks he's a vampire?
Kiss of the Vampire or Vampire's Kiss?
Is that what it is?
Is it Vampire's Kiss?
That one.
Vampire's Kiss. That's the A, B, C.
Yep. That was so hard to sit through.
It's too late. Elva?
So funny.
Too late.
Or,
It's because it's a very, I haven't seen it, but it's a very, like, Monday neutral looking movie, and everyone else is very restrained, and then he's just
doing
himself,
his Nicolas Cage thing. Yeah.
Like, but it's 200%.
Then if I were to pick a serious movie or a semi-serious movie, National Treasure.
Nice.
National Treasure's fun.
I like that.
Have you ever heard of the movie Mom and Dad?
Yes.
That's my favorite. It's him and I don't remember who plays his wife, but the whole point of it is that like I don't know if they were mind controlled or if they drank something or whatever, but something caused all the parents in America to try to kill their children. And it is like bats off the wall. Like it is just absolutely crazy. I adored it. It is like full Nicolas Cage at his finest.
My brain is imagining this being something like The Happening more than they drank something.
Yeah, I can't remember what caused.
I
haven't seen it. I don't remember what caused.
All I heard was
flip.
it's really short and it just ends. There's not really a resolution. It just kind of stops.
No,
they ran out of money. That's what happens.
Yeah. But it's just fun to see. Oh my god, he just went full Nick Cage. You can't forget Kick-Ass though. Like he was good.
That's
was really
true.
good in that.
I like him in G-Force. He's a mole.
Oh my god,
he's made of speckles and he talks like this.
How did you remember that?
Because it's G-Force, the greatest movie ever made. Sam Rockwell is a guinea pig.
that was Sing 2.
That's also the greatest movie ever made. Move over, Citizen Kane. I want a 4K G-Force. Where Jon Favreau's guinea pig farts in the ball with Sam Rockwell, and he says, "Get your butt out of my face. Get your face out of my butt."
You know, I don't think I've ever actually seen G-Force.
I've seen it many times.
I've noticed. Is that your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
I have to say, I like Adaptation, but I mean, it's no G-Force. Oh my god! Come on, in G-Force, we also got one of the greatest line deliveries of all time. Bill Nighy, the English guy,
I don't
Davy Jones guy, right?
Yeah.
They ask him because you think he's the villain the whole movie, and they like straight up ask him something like, "Why is this happening?" And he goes, "I don't know." For the next couple of years, whenever I'd say I don't know to certain friends, I go, "I don't know."
I don't know.
It's so funny. Yeah, G-Force.
But is G-Force as good as Croods too?
Oh, I forgot about Face Off.
Oh, how did you forget about Face Off?
I don't know, but I forgot about Face Off.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's gold.
It's him and John Travolta just acting up a storm because they're acting as each other.
Yes.
Who directed that? That's not John Woo, is it?
No. Was it?
I don't know. Let me click on it.
I don't remember who directed that, but aren't they recreating Face Off with
That sounds fun.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart, I think?
They've been in so many movies together. They have a movie coming out this year.
Yes, it was John Woo.
Oh, wow. But tell me that wouldn't be hilarious.
And it should be on Paramount Plus because it's produced by Paramount.
Oh, good to know.
Croods.
But, I mean, Nick Cage gets us going down there.
Grug's a good character. I got very scared that they do... I always think of the Wreck-It Ralph thing where in the sequel he's dumber.
Oh, yeah.
And they like... It's not quite retconning his character, but it kind of... It's like instead of taking back the development from the first movie, they just make him stupider.
Yeah.
Because it's funnier. It's kind of like what they do to a lot of characters in like animated television where as the seasons go on, you have less nuance in the joke, so you just make your character stupid. And that's funny, apparently. And I was very scared they're going to do that with Grug, and they didn't. I like how before it was he's unsure of change in that way, and on this one it's more of like he is scared of change, but now in the way of he thinks the family is drifting apart because of how things have changed. Like
Which
that wrestling match.
It seemed very natural to move into that from where he was in the last movie.
Because Eep and Guy, in a relationship, they're eventually going to leave because that's how the newer modern approach is. Whereas to him, it's no, you always stay together.
Right.
So that makes sense. And of course, he's crying when they're leaving, and they're just across the bridge.
I know. That's what made it funny. It was like when you like zoom out. DreamWorks loves that little like.
I mean, Jake's talked about it.
Yeah.
Just when you zoom way out and it reveals something like that, and it's always funny.
And I feel like DreamWorks just you said it before. They nailed that gag. Like they always make it funny.
Also, I have to back up. My favorite Nick Cage movie is Into the Spider-Verse. I forgot about what I was talking
part
about.
Of the whole movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's saying something
that's not
because
a
that
Nick
movie
Cage
is
movie though.
Just
it is.
Bite your tongue.
It's not.
He is the star of that movie.
It's a great movie, but it's not a Nick Cage movie.
Bite your tongue.
No.
Bite your
I
banana.
will not back down. That's hard to do, okay?
Because you'd have to regurgitate it.
Yeah.
Oh. What an appealing conversation. Okay, anyone have anything else to say about the Croods? A New Age.
I can't think of any more appealing thing to say.
See,
appealing.
Okay. Listen to what just happened. He literally just repeated the joke that I just made. He said the exact same pun. You were trying to
pun.
No, you didn't. You used the same exact one. Do you know how to use a pun?
I know.
How dare you? How stupid.
I know.
Stupid.
No.
You use the same thing.
When you say it, I laugh. When he says it, it's like, what?
You know why? Because he doesn't know how to use a pun. And he just repeated what I said. You just repeated what I said. I literally, at the beginning of this, said, all you do is repeat what I just said right after with just a couple of different words thrown in. And what did you just do?
What Jared is saying right now? Please comment with a transcription.
I
literally talked about this.
I think he's getting
20 minutes ago, and you are just
you're
just playing into my head.
I'm trying.
You didn't even try. You just said the same thing.
Oh man, he was an Astro Boy too. I didn't even know that.
In my brain, I'm trying to think of a different banana pun to use, and I couldn't. So I just went to appealing. Yeah.
See, it would have been funnier if you just stopped. Then we would have laughed at you. Right now, we're just laughing at the fact that you just played exactly into the hand that I dealt 20 minutes ago.
Wow, that was a long game right there, wasn't it?
I
You knew it was going to pay off, though, didn't you?
I didn't think it'd pay off this early.
Not that many other banana puns to make.
Then don't make one.
But I have to.
Why?
Because I like puns.
Are you sure it's because you like
say
puns?
You like bananas?
Or are you insecure? Are you insecure about making puns?
No, I like making puns.
Are you insecure about it?
No.
Because you just said you have to make puns. If you have to make it, you're insecure about it.
No, I mean, because I like making puns.
That's what it is.
I like making puns.
I know, but you're not very good at it. The Croods, A New Age. Rated PG. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I got.
Thank you. We've been off Slate Media. I don't have any energy for anything else.
I mean, I don't have anything else to say. It's kind of basically...
No, you can go off on Dickey about puns for another 20 minutes. I'm okay with that.
I was just going to say, like, the movie is basically like they get there, a couple things happen, the dinner scene, and then all of a sudden we're with the punch monkeys and it ends. So it does kind of, it's a lot. It's not as memorable.
It's a very tight movie.
It's not as memorable as that first one.
Yeah,
but it's still good. I was surprised at how much I liked it. I think I laughed harder at this.
I know I laughed harder at this.
It's a funnier movie.
Yeah,
the other one is more serious.
It's because they had the time to make jokes. They didn't have to like work their way through a journey. They can just sit down and
the climax or the double climax of the first movie is much stronger than.
Yes, I will say that. I do agree with you.
Yeah, so, I think the only reason I really like the first one more is because it shocked me a little bit more.
Yeah,
totally fair. All right, anything else on Croods 2?
I think we're good on episode 39, and this next one, our 40th episode. 40 was the first movie of 2021.
It's the best movie DreamWorks has ever made.
My gosh, Spirit Untamed is our next one.
In case you forgot, it came out. It did.
It is a thing.
Unfortunately,
Jake Gyllenhaal is in it, possibly with Taylor Swift scarf.
Who knows?
That's an old joke at this point when this airs, but
they'll still remember it.
Who doesn't love making fun of Taylor Swift?
It's too easy. It's way too easy.
It is.
You want to give the media a shout out?
Yes, thank you, Owen, and everybody for listening to us.
You just almost say thank you, Owen Wilson.
No, I said thank you, everyone and all. Like I was doing my bite-sized intro.
I had my brain.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say thank you, and make sure to follow us on all of these social medias. We post funny stuff. I think on our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all at All Slate Media. Super easy to find. And don't forget, if you listen to us on Apple, give us a rating.
Keep going.
What did I do? I was gonna say, if you listen to us on Apple, I don't know because I don't know what's happening. Us on Apple. Follow and subscribe to everything else that you listen to. I thought it was happening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching That Works. I don't know what happened. We'll see you next time.
No,
you
That Works.
Out. Okay.
That Works podcast.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
Don't eat the bananas!
Break the banana.
E.
Oh.
Don't forget O.
And bingo was his
No.
name.
It's E-I-E-I-O.
And bingo was his name. Oh.
I-E-I-E-O. And
Oh, you want to eat the banana?
I want to eat the banana.
I want to eat the banana.
My goal is to eat this banana tonight.
Yum num.
Have I told you both how much I hate you?
The tip is my favorite part.
You should not have props.
why did we give him a banana?
We didn't. He brought it. I have a banana in my car. If only we had a banana. I have one in my car. I didn't go get it.
Iesu Domine. Domaere requiem.
Oh, you want...
Iesu Domine. Domaere requiem.
Jake, I'm going to ask you a question. What are you laughing at?
I can't answer right now.
I'm so confused. My stomach hurts. What are you laughing at? What did I do?
I don't know. I looked at him and he was laughing. I look. Ouch! Ow! It hurts. I looked over at him and he looked at me, and I looked at him. I made a little grin because he was going like this, like he was holding back laughter. I don't know why.
Dickey's not here.
What? What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
I was making fun of Dickey.
For what?
For what?
I was having post things and he thought he was funny.
I made a face. That's what you're laughing at. You said we post funny things, and I kind of went like this, like that, and I look over and he's laughing. Each other laugh. Is that what you're laughing at? I didn't even mean to make a
waiting
face.
for you to say something. I was going to say something.